So this man, his name is Odite Ojok. Quite a tongue twister, so let's call him just Ojok. Ojok is from Uganda and is not an ordinary Ugandan but a major general. He is trained in Sandhurst, the UK, and is very professional in his undertakings. But he does not like the country's president at the time, Idi Amin Dada. Idi Amin knows it and he looks for ways to do away with Ojok. But Ojok is way ahead of his game and he escapes to Tanzania. In Tanzania, Ojok does not operate alone. They say no man is an island. He joins hands with anti-Idi Amin and pro-Obote groups. The urge and pressure to oust Idi Amin from power is mounting, and Ojok makes a daring move. So, with his colleagues, Ojok sneaks into Kenya through Mombasa, but the Kenyan security officers are hawk-eyed. The group is arrested and the Kenyan government starts preparing on how to hand over them to Idi Amin. But there's a catch. Tanzania's president at the time, Julius Nyerere, and Zambia's president, Kenneth Kaunda, are against such a move. The opposition makes Jomo Kenyatta, Kenya's president, to go slow on the move. Why would Kenyatta hand over Ojok to Idi Amin, yet other African countries had cut ties with this tyrant? You might ask. Well, Jomo Kenyatta was a schemer and his government was full of similar-minded ministers. They would carry out trade with Uganda and make lots of money from doing so. Let's go back to Ojok. Kenyatta would return Ojok to Tanzania, where together with the Tanzanian soldiers and Uganda's military groups would launch a coup against Idi Amin. The hit would send Idi Amin into exile, and Milton Obote, whom Idi Amin had overthrown earlier, would get back to the presidency. Upon return to the presidency, Obote would make Ojok the chief army of staff until his death. So, how did Ojok die? It is said that Uganda's National Resistance Army, the NRA, led by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the former, current and future president of Uganda, Yumuserefu, wanted to overthrow Obote. At some point, the NRA pours poison at the Luero Triangle, famous for its freshwater springs. These springs are the biggest source of water at the time to the soldiers. So many Ugandan soldiers drink the water and die. As the military head, Ojok goes to the area to condole with the soldiers, inspect and probably counter the havoc that the NRA had caused. There are 2 military helicopters or choppers traveling to the location. Major General Ojok boards the bigger chopper, ready for takeoff. As soon as the chopper gains some altitude, it loses power and falls like a stone to the ground. This video is just for a demo. Funny thing, none of the military men gets a scratch, but Ojok's aide by the name Captain Rufino feels, nah, not today, death. He warns Ojok of playing with his life, but Ojok laughs at him, telling him, you're such a coward. Well, take my file with you. In an interview, Captain Rufino claims that he told Ojok, this is not about cowardice, chief, it is about safety. If you feel safe flying this chopper, well, I do not. Please allow me to fly with Mr. Oringi in the other chopper. The bigger chopper carrying Ojok would go airborne first and lead the smaller chopper. After flying for some time, the chopper would explode, killing all those who were on board. Obote's government would issue a statement saying that the accident was due to technical issues in the chopper. When Kenya's Chief of Defense Forces, the CDF, Captain Ogola died in a similar crash, did the government issue almost a similar statement? I digress. The NRA led by Museveni would rubbish those claims and say that they assassinated the chopper. But what is more concerning is that another group led by Ojok's aide, Captain Rufino, says that there was a possibility that Ojok assassinated himself. Rufino claims Ojok might have learned that the occupants of the bigger chopper wanted to finish him off. He claims the chopper might have been flying to a secret location where Ojok would be tortured to death. To escape this kind of death, Ojok might have set off a grenade, resulting to the unfortunate event. Which report is worth trusting? The government, the NRA, or Rufino? To help you make your judgment, Rufino says that, or it claims, an audio from the communication system shared between the 2 helicopters helped them understand the whole accident better. According to the audio, Ojok is heard saying, since Otto and Okwonga had decided to fly us to an unknown location, be ready to die. Ojok goes on to repeat the statement in Luo and later on in Kiswahili. After these words, the chopper burst into flames. But those are all claims from different parties. Which one do you go by? Make sure you have to subscribe to this channel for more history.